back.
Hello. We're back again, guys. Oh, I bet all of you feel so lucky.
I know. I do. I feel very lucky. How did you know?
You know, we feel lucky that we're able to go back to like our therapy session now.
Yes.
Because this is very therapeutic for both of us.
Get all of our boyfriend and husband thank you guys for listening to our bullshit every week.
Yes. There you go. You don't have to deal with us crying or throwing a temper tantrum. We'll save it for them.
Yes. They get all the bad behavior.
We'll save the crying for them, not you guys.
And we're going to talk about today why we hate Thanksgiving.
Yes. And back in season 1, we did talk about how Thanksgiving was kind of not a good season for us.
This entire month has sucked balls.
It has.
Sorry for the expression, mom and dad that are listening, but that's the deal.
Yeah.
It's the month that everybody in my family either dies or gets sick or some catastrophic bullshit in either the family or professionally happens that you can't control, and you're like, oh my God,
and of
can
course
we be done?
it's just it's hit us tenfold.
Oh, this month has been the worst one in years, I think. That being said, I have a mouthy teenager at home, which makes everything so much better.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Because you want to go home and you want to be able to like decompress and come out of whatever the stressful day gave you, and kind of that should be your like happy place. And granted, I only have 50-50 custody, which we've discussed on the show before. So I do get a break from his mouth, and unfortunately, his dear sweet stepmother, who I love just so much because she helps me bear the brunt of his attitude problem.
Yeah, she's been getting the brunt of it.
He is just, God. I don't know why they say it's a three-nager whenever they're 3 years old, because that's not the bad age. You could send them to their room. You can take stuff like their tablet or their cartoons away when they're 3, and that's a huge deal to them. Then they become these tech zombies, which I know is kind of a new thing because tech's not been around forever.
Yeah, it hasn't been around super long, but...
And they think they know everything.
Yes.
They think that you're wrong. There's no way that you could ever know what they are dealing with, ever in a million years.
That was me at 14.
And you go...
he's early.
Well, we all were 12 and 13 and 14 once.
Yes,
we know.
Yes. I mean,
it sucks.
13, I was, starting to feel like really sad, and I'm like, leave me alone. I'm just gonna lay in my bed and cry.
Was that the emo hair phase where it's like in your face?
Where it was in your face.
You're like, ugh.
Yeah, pretty much, and it was long.
Oh yeah.
And I had like the Avril Lavigne like black eyeliner.
See, we all think our parents don't know what they're talking about at that age.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. But when you become the parent in that scenario,
you're like, oh my God, was I that horrible?
I called and I think I've apologized to my mother like 17 times just this week. I'm so sorry it was ever like this. And then I was like, what? The curse works, you guys. The whole, I hope someday when you're in your 40s or 30s, you have a kid that's a teenager that's just as mouthy and shitty to you as you are to me right now.
That's why there ain't none around here. No.
So I made sure to put that same curse on this child.
Yes.
This past week. So it's like, they just don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And you try. Last night we were doing science homework, okay? Let me go on my soapbox. This is this child's favorite subject, okay? And he unfortunately has a teacher he doesn't vibe well with this year. I don't think she's a bad woman. I just think that their personality is just... I don't really care for her either, but it doesn't mean she's a bad person or a bad teacher.
Just most likely it's just that they, and of course he gets her at the end of the day.
Which every teacher is a gem at the end of the day because they've had to deal with asshole teenage kids all day.
Listen.
I mean, come on.
When I was a teacher, at the end of the day, I'm like counting down the minutes, even the seconds.
Till somebody picks that damn kid up.
Pick them kids up so I can go home and yell and scream about how horrible that kid was.
Yes, and you had quite a few winners when you were teaching too. So
yes.
You feel her pain.
So I feel her pain, but also... I'm not a fan of, because I want to give everybody that 100%.
The benefit of the doubt, yeah.
And of course, there were kids that tested me but I didn't give it like put it out on everybody.
Mm-mm.
And so it's just that
I feel like she punishes the kids in the later classes for the
earlier
irritants
ones
from the early classes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So,
and that's my issue.
So that sucks. That sucks for the boy.
Well, so we're doing science homework, and you think that because he has an A in this, that he pays attention, right? So this same child who knows everything, right, goes, well, what cells in the human body never die? And at the same exact time, hubby and I go, brain cells. Literally, like, same second and everything, we responded. And he goes, there's no way it's brain cells.
Yes.
And so he's trying to watch this Bill Nye video that they're supposed to get all their answers from, okay? And I was like, dude, you have an Alexa hockey puck you can ask. You have, because right now he's grounded from his phone. He's got my phone he could borrow for Google, because apparently they're doing this new thing at the school where they're monitoring the usage of the school Chromebooks.
Yeah.
And if you type something into a search bar that they don't approve of, they close it, like within seconds. Which I was like, who has that kind of time? As an IT person, how do you have time to watch that much stuff?
Go school people, because I had that same thought when the Google Chromes were being sent home, like during the pandemic and stuff. And of course, a little bit like
they've had it filtered.
Yeah.
But this is whole new level stuff.
This is really extreme, but I'm also thankful that they're monitoring.
Yep. And we have a house full of tech that he could use other than that Chromebook for school to ask the question.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he goes, there's no way that you guys could, brain cells can't be it. And I was like,
yes, brain cells are the ones. Yes.
Google it. And he goes, well, what does come back? And I was like, skin, hair, nails, blood. He tried to say it was red blood cells that don't come back. And I was like, Graydon, when you give blood, to help out people that need blood.
Well, listen.
How you think that happens?
How are you not dead?
How are you not dead? That's exactly right.
How are you not dead? Because you've fallen, you've scraped yourself, or you cut yourself.
Oh my God.
You would be out of blood already.
Speaking of blood, I know we do this, so we go off on tangents.
Does he know where red blood cells come from?
No. We had to go down that
rabbit hole. Or the white
hole.
Blood cells?
Yeah. We went down both last night.
Bone marrow, guys.
This child was grossed out because, so my hubby does woodworking on the side, and he is almost as klutzy as I am. He came up with blood spurting out of the front of his ankle on Sunday.
Nuh-uh.
And he's been working on doing these like really cool templates and stuff to make these dog bowls. So we'll be posting his stuff up when it's ready. So you guys see it. It's quality work. It's beautiful stuff.
It's some good stuff, guys.
He's so klutzy. He's like, a board fell on my leg. And I was like,
and he's shooting blood.
Okay, so did you get like an actual blood vessel, or like what's happening here? And so we went through like 7, 8 paper towels of just pressure that he bled through. And I'm a klutz, so I have good Band-Aids at my house, but the foamy, really big, like
those
couple inch squares.
Uh-huh.
And it's got a foamy back to it.
Uh-huh.
I put a whole shit ton of Neosporin on it, and I was like, okay, that's as slow as it's going to get, I think. 1, 2, 3, go. And I don't think if we wouldn't have done that, we would have stopped sopping up blood for like 15 more minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And that constant pressure of the Band-Aid, I think, did it. But see, you guys, something as small as that, and all of this attitude with science homework, it's just like one thing after another with this Thanksgiving holiday and this damn month of November that's just, it's a curse.
It is.
The whole thing's a curse.
It really is, guys.
We could go into my parents are both having health problems right now. We could go into that. We're not going to go into specifics, but there's that happening. And then I've got a nephew who's expecting a baby that's staying with both sick parents. So it's like all this stuff is happening at the same time.
Like right now, it's just a catalyst.
So work is really the only place I can come anymore and like chill.
Yeah.
And kind of come down from all the personal stuff. But my job is so busy with what we do every day that sometimes I don't even realize it's already almost 4:00 until it's 4:00 and I go, oh my God, I haven't eaten lunch. I barely drank my coffee I made 7 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff got done, but oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's my life every day. But to come to that, and that's relaxing in comparison with your personal life. Oh my God.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh my God.
That is insane. Like, it's brain cells. Why do you think people get Alzheimer's? It's because they're losing that brain mass.
Why do you think we tell you not to do drugs when you get older? Because you lose brain cells, dummy.
Oh my God.
I swear.
He's something else.
Oh
I
my
tell
gosh.
you. That is funny that he's not.
Well, the
Not
other
paying
thing that's been
attention.
happening is he's been not taking his ADHD meds at his dad's because they expect him to be able to get himself up and get ready, which he's 12. He should be doing that. And so he's just been like skipping it. And so 2 days in a row, Grammy asked, because my ex-mother-in-law lives with them and she's up and down, she's awake and down on that floor with him when he's like leaving for school. And so she asks him every day and he was lying to her. And then when she found out he wasn't taking it, he like tried to gaslight her and was like super rude about it and made her cry. And she's very sensitive. And it's like, dude. So then, of course, his stepmom's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because why would you do that? And she was trying to explain to him the potential health risks of why you don't try to wean yourself off of medication, because he claims he doesn't want to take it anymore. So he needs to learn how to cope. So he needs to minimize how much he's taking it. And we've both impressed upon him greatly that that's a decision you make with your parents and your doctor and not by yourself.
Yes, you can't do that. You can't do that because your body is just so used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, believe me, I've tried.
It's a stimulant. You could hurt yourself. I didn't know this, but his
Yes.
stepmom told us that you can actually put yourself in the hospital
Yes.
if you like take not enough of it and don't like come down.
Yeah, that's just like me when I stopped cold turkey with the spironolactone, and then I was swollen.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
How many
Like-
pounds of water did you end up losing after you
20.
went back on it? 20 pounds of just like water weight.
Water weight. Yes, I'm still heavy. Don't even go there.
Everybody has a little extra holiday weight this time of year.
Oh God, it's like forever holiday weight. It's just holiday all year round for me.
See, when you have kids, you blame it on them. This
can't-
all happened because of you. It didn't. It's because I like cake.
This all happened because of depression.
It's that's why I like cake. Makes me happy. It brings you out of the depression.
But I like you can't do that. Like they have to take you like milligrams.
It's like a painkiller.
Yeah.
You have to come down off of it.
You got to come down off of it. And with him taking that medication for so long, his neurons are so used to it.
Yeah.
Because like if I try to get off of my antidepressants, because it's already caused nerve damage.
Mm-hmm.
And like my sister, she was on some heavy antipsychotics. And now all she does is shake, and you can see her physically shake. Especially when they're weaning her off. Like she looks like a drug addict that
going through withdrawal.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Like that's probably what's been messing around with his attitude recently.
Well, that's gotta be it.
It has to
and
be.
you go, ding, there it is, that and the extra hormones.
Yeah.
Which he's been doing well with the whole, I'm starting to smell bad, so I should probably put deodorant thing on now. So if we could just get the whole let's flush the toilet when we're done going pee thing taken care of,
we're getting there.
We'd be all good. All the stinky stuff. I gotta tell you too, he was sitting next to me after school yesterday, and that child's feet stink. I don't know what happens when boys get a certain age, but I don't know if it's because he's not showering enough or what the deal is, but oh my God.
Everything just happens. Everything just happens.
It smelled like, okay, so you know how you can get that air freshener that smells like clean laundry?
Yes.
But rank.
Yep.
That foot smell with that little bit of linen. Ugh.
Yeah. Like my sister, and of course it's all about the hormone balance. That's why you either stink or you smell good. It's because of your pH. And his pH is off.
Well, it's gone.
Yeah, it's like
puberty.
all over the place. It's like
Puberty.
you. I'm sad. I'm mad. I love you. I hate you.
Well, right
I
now,
smell. I don't smell.
he's upset because he's got a little bit of a belly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he's got this huge appetite. And I'm like, dude, maybe one less snack a day?
Well, yeah.
I'm not asking you to not
and really,
eat the way you want.
He's getting to, the window is closing for the out and sprout.
Yeah.
The window is closing, so.
It's like maybe one left, maybe two tops.
Where it's got the out and sprout.
I had my last one when I was a sophomore in high school.
Oh,
and
wow.
I've been the same height ever since. And I was a late bloomer with the boobs and the legs, so my nickname used to be Teeny, if we recall from a previous episode, because I was the short, flat-chested friend in middle school. Yeah.
I was the early bloomer in 7th grade. Out and sprout.
And you're like, here I am. Hey.
I was just the out. The sprout came, but the out didn't go anywhere.
It just was like.
I mean, this was it. Like, the waist area was cinched. Like, it was because I was a
Well, you were
athlete.
young. We're all skinnier when we're young, you guys. Yeah. It's just the thing.
Yeah, which was fantastic and everything. But yeah, no, I was an early bloomer. But yeah, that window is closing quick on it, where it's the out and sprout. That it's just going to be the out at that point.
He stressed me out so bad I was starting to lose hair again.
Oh no.
So I did something really awesome for myself, and I want to highly recommend it. We're plugging Lowe's right now a little bit.
Whoop, whoop.
They have this thing in their plumbing section where it goes on your nozzle for your shower, whatever style you have. It goes right above the part where the water comes out on the arm, and it filters out anything. So we noticed we were getting orange stuff when we clean the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Just in that shower. The other shower doesn't get it. The bathroom toilets don't. The main bathroom's toilet doesn't get it, but our bathroom toilet does sometimes. I don't know what the plumbing is like in that house that we get hard water and everything else that has water doesn't. Because we don't have symptoms of hard water in any other place that water exists except our bathroom.
Yeah.
And it could be because it used to be a closet. I don't know. So we got this. My hair is soft. I have volume for the first time in like 2 years. I love it. So hard water filter. That's it. Get you one.
It's amazing.
It's like $20.
Oh, that's nice.
And you don't have to get a hard water system or a water softener or any of that really expensive stuff. You don't have to invest in salt. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is put that little filter on and your hair is beautiful.
My mom, she always has to go down and do the salt in the water softener.
Well, it still might help her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you're having a stressful holiday season and you're losing your hair, hard water filter, baby. Yeah. It also helps your skin.
Well, and it's crazy. Like, parents who have kids who have been rather attitude-y, and you take away their stuff, for winter break. Like, how many parents basically just say, take it, I'm done with your dude. Like, just go.
I've done that before, but it doesn't pay off. I'm going to tell you that 5 or 6 minutes of peace you get is not worth the zombie you get back. It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the attitude. And I've found, at least with me, with my child in our situation, it's easy to distract him with other things.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you think that you could go and get the mail for me? And then you get that few minutes of peace.
Yeah.
Without succumbing to giving them back the device.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a fun season for parents going into Thanksgiving with devices and going, but you never see grandma, and grandma just flew in from California, and you only get these 2 days with her, and you're going to be like this on a phone and with your face stuck in it the whole time. And
mine was books. I had to put the book down and interact with everybody that was at the
We have that in common, but I think that's why we're both smart as adults, which is what I'm trying to impress upon the kid, is we read constantly for what we both do during the day. So it's
Yes.
like you have to continue to learn your job on a daily basis, which is really exhausting some days. But
Yes.
we were both built specifically for that because of how much we read as kids. And so I handed him a book the other day. I'm like, here, you're grounded. Read. Try something new. You're having trouble with the ELA basics like grammar and stuff, but
I don't want to read.
yeah. I'm going, you love comic books. Read a comic book.
Yeah.
Or 5. Graphic novels where it's like a whole bunch of comic books in one.
Yeah.
I don't care what you read.
Well, yeah, and of course we have with our age and experience and everything, we've learned that you never stop learning.
Yeah.
And he's at an age where he's like, I'm gifted. I don't have to do anything.
It's been
It just
effortless.
comes naturally
Yes.
to me.
For so long, it's been effortless that I think that he's freaked out because now he has to try a little. And I think that's a big deal at our house. Like I think that's blowing his mind that it's not going to be natural forever. He asked me last night when we were making spaghetti, "Hey, so does school keep getting harder every year like this?"
Yes.
I'm like,
and
yeah.
we told him that this summer that it's just going to keep getting
We
harder.
warned you.
We warned you, buddy.
I can't wait till he gets to college and he's got like 17 books to read. And he's like, what do I do?
Well, and even
Mom.
when we talked about for high school, that
Yeah.
he's going to have book reports. In middle school, he's going to have book reports on
God.
things that he's not going to like reading.
I'm going to be the mom of a junior high kid next year.
I know. Oh.
And 40. Seriously, drown me.
Mm.
That's oh my God.
But what
feel
is
old.
funny, I would have loved Thanksgiving better. Well, it would have been like a double-edged sword with everything that's happened in my life. But I was supposed to be born on Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
But I decided I didn't want to come.
You waited a few more weeks. And then
I
you
did.
came.
I waited 2 weeks. Which is really funny how they changed that. Like, some doctors are just like, you'll go when you go. And if it's been like, 42 weeks, then, we'll pop the turkey. But
Now it's like 39 and a half. And they're like, come in. We're going to induce you. Let's get that
we
kid
don't
out.
want you to last 40 weeks. Or, you're a week late. Okay, then we'll just pop the turkey now. But it was like all willy-nilly
Yeah.
back in the day where they're just like, the baby will come when it comes.
Which is true, but ow.
Yeah, my poor mom. I'm
She had to
sorry,
deal
Mom.
with you.
But it was really funny, like sitting, because she tells me the story all the time. She's like, you were supposed to be a Thanksgiving baby. And we're sitting there, and every time that I would reach for food, I would go, like my belly would get bumped or something, or you would kick, and everyone's like, oh my God, is it time? And she's like, no, just pass the mashed potatoes.
I'm just hungry.
I'm just hungry. She's hungry.
All right, so now we have to do our unofficial poll of the episode. Do you eat cranberry sauce
No.
on Thanksgiving?
No.
That shit is gross. So absolutely
It
not
is
for
gross.
Tammy and Wanda. Both.
Gross.
No, absolutely not.
I can't. It's the consistency. It's the tartness. The jelly look.
You're eating gel out of a can. Let's be real. It's gel in a can.
Like my mom, like she wanted it one year and she wanted me to make it. It came in the can and it just stayed like the can. I'm like, Mom, I don't know how you can eat this. What? I cannot eat something that stays the same mold that it was in unless it's a Jell-O mold that you personally made yourself.
I'm looking forward to, not cranberry sauce, but my dad always hosts Thanksgiving and he makes this bomb green bean casserole.
I made green bean casserole for many years.
It's the best green bean casserole I've ever had. He's one of those cooks that's very much let's just throw it in and see what it tastes like.
This year
But it works.
This year we're going kind of unconventional.
Tacos.
No, we're actually going with Cornish game hens.
Ooh.
So
you fancy. You gotta have some tea with that, with your pinky out.
Oh, hello there. You want your Cornish game hen?
We're having Cornish game hen.
We're having small fowl for Thanksgiving.
Very small bird.
But yeah, we talked about it, and really, since Thanksgiving really isn't one of those happy seasons anymore. Like, we're just like, it's...
You're gonna eat and chill.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's usually what we do. And you know what's fun is we were talking to a coworker actually a few moments ago before we did the episode about Thanksgiving traditions at our houses. And I think I agree with Kathy on the whole, I really enjoy the dog show and the parade.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to cook, because Christmas is my holiday, so I get to relax on Thanksgiving and watch the parade. And then you sit there and you judge the dogs, and they always pick the prissiest, ugliest dog for every category. It's like never the cute one that you would own, you know? I get so upset. I'm like, you were on Seinfeld. You could do better than this. You could pick better than this. Now I realize he's just the host and not the judge, but I still berate him at home privately because I can. I don't know. Like, those are the things that we watch now. Like, when my uncles would be over, like when we were a huge family before we all kind of went our own ways and everyone else had like their own family things, it would be football. Football. And then like the moms and aunts would just be like, seriously guys, like, can you go watch that on the back porch? Because we would like to watch the dog show. Mm-hmm. And usually my grandma would come in with the wooden spoon. Oh, she's like, people.
I'm slaving in this hot kitchen for all of you. Put that dog show on.
Get your ass out of my kitchen.
She's like, put that dog show on while I finish cooking.
See, we used to have the big family things too. And then like all the older generation people, either the ones that were keeping the families together died.
Yep. And that's what happened.
Weren't there. And you go, okay, well, I guess we're going to have our own thing, which is still great because we play board games because Dad's is in the evening because, again, shared custody. So Graydon spends his lunch Thanksgiving with his dad. And then we pick him up around 3:30, 4 usually and take him for dinner at Grandpa's. Mm-hmm. So we spend our time shopping through the Black Friday ads, planning for the next day. And then we play board games. Last year we played Phase 10 for like 3 hours, and he laughed in Grandpa's face when he beat him. And then they went downstairs and played pool, and Grandpa beat him 3 times in a row, so I think he felt better after that.
Well, and really what kind of a tradition with us is that we kind of start dipping into the Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah.
We start introducing that because you know what, guys? Thanksgiving is still a holiday.
Yes.
Okay? Stop throwing Christmas in my face in October.
Just because I don't like Thanksgiving doesn't mean it's not a holiday, you guys. Just because I hate this entire month does not mean we don't respect the turkey.
Like, I noticed, like, when I went into the stores, like, after Halloween, it was like, Christmas.
It wasn't even after Halloween.
Christmas.
I went to Sam's Club like the week before Halloween, like, and they had fucking Christmas stuff out, and I'm like,
and then like you see this little like clearance corner where it's like fall, Thanksgiving, leftover Halloween.
How soon are these people buying their damn Halloween and Thanksgiving stuff? Yeah. That it's not even Thanksgiving. You can't even buy it now.
Well, gee, like during what? Valentine's Day, they already have like Easter stuff out.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys something controversial that I mention every year, and I will tell you every year that we have this podcast. I hate pumpkin spice.
Guys, we had a frantic call.
Anyway.
This is going to be fun to edit.
Yeah, it is.
To combine together. Anyways, the pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
You don't
pumpkin
like it.
Spice is nasty, and the only good thing about Christmas coming too soon, peppermint mocha, you guys. It's peppermint mocha season.
I feel like the girls on SNL where it's like, oh, weather.
It's peppermint mocha season.
It's peppermint mocha season.
It's peppermint mocha.
He's just making it great for us. But we are coming up to the end of our episode.
The kid is calling me nonstop, which is why we're having technical difficulties. So we are going to let you guys go and enjoy your Thanksgiving with your own families.
Yes. So happy Thanksgiving. And we will talk to you after our, brief little vacation.
Yay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye, guys.